Good evening, race fans. We are live from Texas. Sorry we are missing a little bit of the race. We are currently under caution. Um, Black Friday was a little more hectic where I usually go, so hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. We got Matt up in the booth with us tonight. So, Matt, what have we seen so far?
Oh, we've seen a lot. It started off early. The 91 started on the pole, and he didn't even make it off turn two before he ended up in the inside wall and took about 6 or 7 cars with him when he went. And then we just had a caution a couple laps ago.
So we are currently working our second caution, so we actually went live at a perfect time.
No, if we would have went live at a perfect time, we would have caught that first caution.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
things happen. Hey, better late than never.
That's right. So I do apologize. The traffic was a little bit backed up, and we are live on both Facebook and YouTube now. So if you're just now joining us, great to have you.
Sorry, I couldn't get it fired up again.
I need to fix that.
What?
I don't like to hear the drivers talk, because I know that sometimes there's a lot of aggression or, we just
Yeah.
yeah. So we don't want to hear that.
We don't need to have open mics all night long.
No. So I had to mute those guys real quick.
Yeah, I usually do the same thing. Just in case. Because, sometimes tempers boil over.
Yes, sir. And indeed they do.
So glad tempers don't boil over in the broadcast booth.
So it looks like Hoots. No, this isn't Hoots. Common is our leader currently.
Yes.
Hoots is
Oh,
second. Collins is third. Parker Collins didn't race last week at Talladega, so it's great to see him back tonight.
Green flag.
Speaking of Collins, he goes up to second place here going into turns 1 and 2.
that's one thing I've noticed that you're probably going to see a lot of tonight is that outside lane's going to struggle to get going on restarts.
So the top three separated themselves a little bit. Then we got a little bit of action going on. For the most part, it looks like single file throughout the field. A little bit of
Oh,
side
yeah.
by side midway.
This is one track that's kind of treacherous to try and race side by side.
18 still leads it. Trying to look up the stages for tonight so I can let you guys know what the stage types are. I gotta get the Discord real quick and find it.
Stages are
I believe they're 40 and 60.
40, 40 and 80.
40 and 80 and 160, okay. I thought that's what it was, but I just wanted to double check.
Yep.
These guys get 5 sets of tires, 1 quick repair. So nothing's really changed out front so far.
Nope, not really.
See, as they come through the front stretch down to turns 1, they're all single file for the most part. You know, I like Texas. I like it better in at nighttime than I do in the daytime. It seems like there's more grip.
Oh yeah. I like Texas as it is, just because you and I both know from experience this is not the easiest place to get around.
It's definitely unique from most tracks we run at, than most mile and a halves. You know, turns 1 and 2 is completely different than turns 3 and 4. As we got.
That's what makes it fun. What makes it fun is you go down into turns 1 and 2, and it's so wide, but yet there's not a whole lot of banking to catch you when you go off into the corner. So you're gonna have to slow it down quite a bit to get it down into that corner. And then you get up off turn 2 going down the backstretch, you get down to 3 and 4, there's a lot more bank in there. So you can carry a lot more speed through there.
Yes, sir. Meanwhile, I've got tons of action. It was just 3 wide there momentarily as these guys are trying to get around the 42 car. Got a whole bunch of cars stacked up behind the 42. The 62 is going to the high line. The 8's right behind him. There's last week's winner in that 81 car, and Larky Compton. He's on the back bumper of 22 and Nick Alford as they got the 91 to their outside, and they're trying to get around Brian Clark there in that 31 machine.
Ooh, things getting a little bit tight here off the corner.
Yo, the 22 slides up.
Oh, 31's in the wall.
That's
Still green so far.
still green, surprisingly.
Oh, that 31 took a huge hit.
Luckily for him, though, we got a stage break coming up in the next 10 laps, so he can regroup here. Back out front, the 18's Car of Alan still leads.
Caution's out.
It's going to bring out a yellow, so we do got a yellow on the racetrack.
We'll keep working on this thing for you.
Yep.
How you doing inside there? You feeling okay?
21 front straightaway. Looks like stuck in the wall. Yep, he is stuck in the wall.
Trying to pick him up. There he is. Let's go back and see actually what happened.
This looked to me like a case of trying to clear yourself when you're not quite clear, and the guy...
Yeah, he came up into that 2, and the 2 was there, and he definitely got stuck. Yeah, you can see there, he's pitting it in reverse, and his car is not coming out of that wall, so he may have had to use a tow here, which...
That would be my guess.
That's going to cost you a little bit of time on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's going to cost you probably a lap or two.
That's a huge break, though, for the 31 of Brian Clark, as he had himself a little bit of trouble, and now he's back up here.
Very true. That's just what that 31 needed.
See the leaders coming down, the 18 and 54, they're down on pit road. Pit here, Matt, and stay out on the stage break.
I would. Because we've seen how hard it is to try and pass people. I think track position could be a big thing tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is one of the easiest tracks to pass at, but it's definitely not the hardest either. I think you want to. Biggest thing is conserving those tires at this place.
Definitely. Because, like I was saying earlier, with the difference between turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you know, you carry so much speed through 3 and 4 because you got so much more banking. Then you come flying down into 1 and 2, and you got to slow it down so much because there's not near as much banking in that corner. So you're really going to be leaning on those right side tires in 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. That's one thing I like about Texas, the complete changing of the bankings. It's so different, and it makes up for great racing, I think.
I agree. That makes it fun for trying to set up your driving style too. It's like, do you want to be good in 1 and 2, or do you want to be good in 3 and 4? It's very difficult to be good in both.
Yes, sir. Let's go change the lead over to Riley Hoots in the 25 car. He's has one win so far in the season. Well, we can say, even though that this track is different compared to most mile and a halves, and that you think that these people can keep their tempers under control, that may not be the case in real life. If you take a flashback to 2014, I believe it was, with Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski.
Very true. Or you could flash back even farther, 2010 with Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton.
Oh yeah, it seems like Jeff Gordon, him and Clint Boyers had a couple rounds, and him and Jeff Burton and uh, Brad Keselowski and Jeff Gordon.
Something about Jeff Gordon in fights. Well, I suppose when you were in the sport as long as he was, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're getting set for a restart here with, looks like, coming to 6 to go in the stage.
Sarah, thank you for everyone who's tuning in so far. I'll do my best to go back and forth between Facebook chats and YouTube chats.
Better you do that than me, because I have enough problems trying to keep an eye on this action. I know one thing, it's been eventful so far.
Yes, I do apologize for running a few minutes late. I'll tell you, today was eventful. We went to a city called Evansville here in Indiana, and we went Black Friday shopping, and I rode with my mother because I didn't feel like using the gas. Tomorrow I'm driving her to Louisville. We're gonna go see Christmas lights. But make a long story short, she ended up getting a nail in her back tire tonight, and she had to go to Sam's Club to get her tire changed.
Oh, jeez.
They couldn't patch it. It was a huge hole, and so she went. She done her Black Friday shopping. She just went to Evansville to get a tire, and that was it.
Ouch.
Meanwhile, double file, getting ready to roll here.
Looks like Hoots and Alford on the front row. Gonna be 5 laps to go when we restart in the stage.
Hoots gets a great restart here on the inside row, and that's going to be Alford in the 22. He's going to sneak up, take that second place, keep it. That's Zachary Compton fighting for third. Compton's going to clear for third place, and that's going to make the top 4 single file.
Top 4 single file, but we got a mess behind them for 5th.
Yes, we do. That's falling in that 0 or 9. front, though, we got a battle. Three-way battle for the lead up front. Fourth car sneaking.
Compton hugging that bottom all the way through 1 and 2, and he's got a shot at the lead now.
Door to door as they go into turns 3 and 4.
Oh, who's gonna pinch him down?
Compton's got the run going off 4. Hoots is still right there at the line.
Here we go, 3 laps to go, and it's anybody's stage now.
Compton takes the lead over, and Offer's going to go back around for second place, and he's digging for more. He's got a run going down the backstretch, and he's looking to take the lead away from Compton.
As though things are starting to single file out front.
Oh.
Oh.
Got a yellow on the racetrack.
That pretty clean stuff, guys. Your blower. They're gonna try
Oh, we
to
got
oil
problems on the
breaker,
back
sure.
stretch. Looks like the 10 and the 56 for sure. Okay.
3 wide. The 2 gets real slow in the middle, and the 10 comes up and collects the 56.
I don't know what happened there. The 2 was way high in the corner. The 5 on his outside was almost up against the wall.
I felt like the 2 was real slow when there was 3 wide.
I would agree.
Riding on board with the 2.
That's the problem with turns 1 and 2 here at Texas. It's so hard to carry any momentum off the corner unless you are right on the bottom. Especially with how flat that corner is.
Yeah, because you see the 17, he goes to the low side. The 5, the Daytona 500, goes to the high side, and they just run out of real estate there. They all come together right there when they go down the backstretch.
Not quite enough room up off the corner there.
See a whole bunch of cars on pit lane right now getting service done. It's a wad of cars coming off pit road. 3 wide at the line.
I believe with that caution coming out, that's going to do it for the stage.
Yes, that will be the stage right there. Anything
So
within
looks-
5 laps to go.
Yep, so looks like Zach Compton, your stage winner.
See if we can find his name here and bring him in the booth. Hey Compton, it's John and Matt up in the booth. You got us?
Oh, what's up, John? What's up, Matt? How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. You won the stage here, so picking up right where you left off last week from Daytona.
Oh yeah, last week that was a good race. I mean, got a win in our pocket. Just came out here and tried to add a little points to the playoff standings, but nothing too much. So
You had a good little battle up there with Hoots and Offord. They was all up there fighting for the lead.
oh no, I mean we had the newer tires. I think he stayed out all 40 laps possibly. I don't really remember because we had those 2 cautions. But I saw them check a little bit out too, and I just stuck it to the bottom and hugged it, and here we are. So.
Well, hopefully, you'll be up there all night long. We'll keep an eye on you and see what you can do.
Yeah, I hope so, and we'll see we get this James Journey Mustang up front again, and you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and have a great weekend, guys.
Thank you. You too. It's always nice to hear to talk to the drivers. So, that's going to hand the lead over back to Collins.
It's a scary thought with Collins leading this race, knowing how dominant he's been this season.
Yeah, he's won 3 in a row there. And then he went in here last week for Talladega, and now he's back tonight at Texas.
I think he might have a little chip on his shoulder, trying to make up for missing last week.
Indeed.
Ooh, one thing I'm kind of surprised on. 54's taking the outside lane on the restart.
That kind of don't surprise me because, I mean, in a way it does, but in a way it don't. I feel like since you're the leader, you're the control car, and you can go whenever you want, and you'll have the whole track to yourself going into one if you have a good restart.
That's true.
You don't really have to worry about sliding up into somebody on your outside.
That's true, but if you don't get a good restart, you do get that guy on the inside, and you're going down into the corner, and you could be in trouble. So this restart is going to be crucial.
We could flash you back to Bristol whenever we were announcing his restarts, and he actually played a game on that one of those restarts.
Oh, don't give him any ideas this early in the...
Oh, you know that these guys are watching. They try to watch and get a sneak peek at any of their competition any way they can. Pace car is off at 18. He gets a pretty good restart with Collins. Park is going to clear him though, going down to turn 1.
Front 2 breaking away. A little bit of a battle for third here.
That's the 62 and the 20, and 81 and 22. They're not too far back, battling for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, we're gonna get a chance to see just how important tires are, because you know, guys like the 20, the 18, 54, they stayed out.
They did, but they don't have that many laps on their tires either.
Yeah, they have about 5 laps on their tires, I do believe. We'll see if that makes any difference, or big difference or not. I don't think it would, but I've been wrong before.
Further on back in the backstretch, looks like we got a caution.
We do.
Tell me what you think you had there.
I saw it when I was flipping cameras. That's the 87. He's involved. Three wide. Not sure.
I think he just got loose off the corner.
I did too, because I don't think that car on his inside made contact.
No, there was no contact. I think he just put a little bit of wheel into it just in case the 46 was going to come down, so he wanted to stay off him. And I think the back end stepped down on him just a little bit. And then he went to correct it, and it started hooking back, and he got the outside wall. And then it was over.
There was definitely no contact between the 95. He didn't come up into the 87 or anything. So like you said, the 87 just got loose.
That's not hard to do at a place like this.
No, not at all. It's easy to overcorrect these cars.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I think that's what happened there. Because it looked like as soon as he came off the corner, that back end started sliding just a little bit, and he went to turn it back to the right, and right about that time, the banking went away, and that's when it hooked. And then he's just a passenger at that point.
Hey, if we're coming on the race a few minutes later than I wanted to, this has been a pretty good race so far. A lot of action.
It's been entertaining.
We had 25 cars on the lead lap yet.
I know one thing, watching this race makes me really excited to get my driving suit back next week. After having this whole week off from racing.
Where do you guys race at on Monday night, do you know?
Chicagoland, I do believe.
Ooh.
So that's going to be another fun track, just like this one. It's going to be all about managing them tires. Kind of like what this one is. But after Chicago, I'm not even going to talk about it. After Chicago, I got back-to-back Talladega races.
Ah. I may have to jump in a spotter stand for that one.
It better not be for me.
Still waiting for the lights to go out on this pace car here. You ever been to Texas, Matt?
I have not.
I have not either. A race I'd like to go to, though, is on my bucket list is Martinsville.
I think the number one on my bucket list has got to be Bristol.
Yeah, I've been there. That's a fun track. It's up like a huge mountain, though. Seems like it is, but it's a good track. You can see the whole track.
I would say Bristol is probably number one on my bucket list.
I used to want to go to Kentucky Speedway because I think it's 3 hours from where I live, and I just never went there when they used to run at Kentucky Speedway. I never been to the Brickyard 400. Had no desire to go just because how huge that track is, and you can't see them all, the whole track, you know. So.
Understandable. Well, being a Wisconsin guy, I'm gonna hopefully, if they keep Road America on the schedule, I'm gonna go take a trip down there 1 or 2 times.
Now that'd be kind of neat going to a road course. Road America is actually a pretty good road course too.
That it is. But for now, I'm stuck in a broadcast booth.
That's okay. You're stuck up here with me.
Hey, I'm glad I'm stuck up here with you.
I try to make things interesting.
Oh, you and me both.
Pace car's off. Collins is choosing that outside lane again.
It worked well last time.
Green flag.
Ooh, the 18. He had it checked up.
See? He's listening to us again.
Collins waited to the very last moment there to go, and the 18, he really had to slam on his brakes.
I'm telling you, Parker's listening to us. We mentioned not playing games the last restart, so you had to change it up this restart.
Top half dozen are single file. That's Compton on the outside there. He's getting freight trained by these guys on his inside. It's 91 trying to get around him.
Nice to see that 91 starting to work his way back up through the field. Because his race did not start off very good. He qualified on pole and ended up wrecked off turn 2 on lap 1. But nice to see him rebound.
And that's Hoots there on the outside of the 91. He's trying to take a position away.
I just don't see that outside line working right now, unfortunately.
I think you're going to chew up your tires. You know, that outside lane is not tire friendly.
No, definitely not. That's why you see so many guys trying to hug that bottom. Ooh, close call.
Almost contact between the 62 and 22.
Oh, I'm glad you saw that too.
Oh, 09 of Ballin. He's trying to get underneath the 91. Almost 3 wide back here for 4th place.
Good little battle here.
Now they get it figured out and they're all single file.
See if they can't go get the leader now.
Well, I say that Ballin, he's making another move inside the 62, and Compton, the 81, he's right there behind him.
Meanwhile, that battle for 4th continues. Now, the 91 making his move on the 22. As we're going to come up on lap traffic here.
That's Anderson of the 56 who's a lap down. He was involved in that earlier incident.
Oh, this could get hairy off turn 2. Oh, they made it work.
The 91, he's got a quick car. He's making up all kinds of ground. I mean, he's passed, I think, 2 or 3, 4 cars now.
Telling you, he's got a strong car. He was fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. He's got a really fast hot rod. If he can just get his track position back.
He's going to the inside of the 20 car, and he's just going to pull over and pretty much give it to him. And now he's looking at the back bumper of the 18.
Ooh, 20 caught the apron just a little bit. That's going to hurt his momentum just a little bit. Meanwhile, that 18 is not letting the 54 get away whatsoever.
Goes on the inside of the 18 now. 91 does.
Oh, I did not think there was quite room to do that, but he put it there. And no contact yet.
Still side by side at the line.
18 squeezing him pretty hard. Eventually, though, I think that 91 is just too strong, and he's going to take the spot right there.
I think they really had no choice. Otherwise, the 20 car is going to be all over both of them.
Very true. And while that would happen, all that would do would probably let the 54 get away. So it's good they got that sorted out. The 91's going to go charge after the 54 now.
He's got one fast machine here. He's looking to the outside. And he just stays in line as they go down the backstretch down and turns 3 and 4 now.
Now, one thing to think about. I'm fairly certain it won't happen, but when the 91 wrecked the first lap of this race, it was off the bumper of the 54.
Oh!
Not saying there'll be any retaliation, but just something to think
We're
about.
going to keep an eye on it because now they're door to door going down the backstretch.
Good battle here.
Still side by side as they come out of turns 4.
54 going to squeeze him down. Get that momentum. 54 is going to lead this lap as well. See what happens in 1 and 2. Oh,
Contact a little bit there between the top 2 leaders. That's going to make the 18 go 3 wide here. No,
I don't.
back out of it.
18 was smart about that one.
That would not have worked. I don't see them
I-
holding that.
I don't see 3 wide working at this track. Maybe in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, I don't think so. Meanwhile, these two are still side by side. Oh, this is very impressive. Gotta think that's gonna be. It's gonna be burning up the tires for both of them, I would think.
I would say so. Think so too. The 54 leads it there at the stripe again. If these guys are in the back, the 18, 22, 20, I'd kind of slow it down here a little bit and let these two race it out and let them burn up their tires.
I'd sit in the back and watch this, and then wait for the right time to pounce. Because, like I said, with these two racing each other,
Collins is holding strong though on that outside. He gets that momentum and he's going to carry it again. He's going to be the leader here at the stripe.
I wasn't sure how much side-by-side racing could happen at a place like this, but these guys are proving it can be done.
With slop traffic, he may have played a little bit of role into that. Parker's going to fall back. I'll say that. It looks like he's got another good run. No, he's going to stay single file behind the 91 here.
Yeah, this 91 is just really, really strong. Now we look at the battle for about 5th place. Scrap here between the 20, 62, 25, 95, 09. About 5 cars under a blanket here.
21 car on the outside lane. He's a lap down.
3 wide off the corner.
They make it stick. 62 is going backwards. So still 3 wide. Still 3 wide. 3 wide as they go into turns 3 and 4. The 25 is going to hold his door and he's going to clear him. And now the 3 wide again behind the 25. Nope, they straighten it out and it goes side by side.
Oh man, there's been a lot of action so far this race. I'm loving this.
That's all I like about these bigger fields in these leagues. I feel like the more you guys you have that race clean and consistent, the better racing you can put on for the fans.
Oh, definitely. I'm enjoying watching this.
I am going to say one person who I've noticed who's been quiet all night, and that's Nicholas Compton. Last week at Talladega, he had trouble, and so far, you know, he's running up here in the top 15.
A little bit of trouble in qualifying. Didn't get a great lap in, but he's showing he's capable of carrying good speed through the race.
Top 3 has really separated themselves. So it seemed like they've been the class of the field all night tonight. They're all right there together. Still running pretty good lap times.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much been this way since the drop of the green flag. These two started 1-2-3. They're running 1-2-3, and there's been some hiccups in the middle, but they're right back where they were.
See that 91 slowly starting to pull away here.
Yep, I think the 54 when he was trying to fight to keep the lead, I think he might have used up a little bit of his stuff.
That's contact between 18 and 54. 18 got a little bit high there and had to check up.
Yeah, I just think running that outside lane for those few laps like he did, that took a toll on his right side tires. You're starting to see that now with him falling back now to third. Battle for fourth heating up though.
Yeah, that's between the 25, the 20, and the 95. 62, he ain't too far behind.
And it appears they're both catching the 81 and 22.
Yes, indeed.
One thing I'm kind of surprised on is you go watch that 22 through turns 1 and 2. He's running a very high line through that corner. I'm a little bit surprised by that.
See Compton now, he's going to the inside of the 22. Yeah, Alford, he's like running that middle to higher line. And he gets a pretty good run off down the backstretch, but it's not going to be enough to take this position back away. At Compton, he's taking second away. Nick's going to follow him. The 18's going backwards all of a sudden. And if you notice, we got a battle for the lead. As Collins is kind of slow now. No, this isn't for the lead. This is for second. Or second place, my bad.
I'm starting to wonder if, with them guys not pitting at the stage break, I'm wondering if they might be trying to. They might be a little short on fuel, perhaps.
They're pitting now, and the 18 and 54 crash going into pit road. The 18's in the grass. He gets it going back straight again.
Yeah, but it just dawned on me right before they came to pit road. Because you saw how much they both slowed up.
Well, I feel like these guys are going to lose all kinds of time.
How's the driving there, homie?
We got a caution on the racetrack.
Yeah, those guys are for sure going to be one lap down, but they should take the wave around here.
Yeah, they'll take the wave around. They got a lucky break. The 2 looks kind of slow. Yep.
Yeah, 2 had a bit of an issue down the backstretch.
They go 3 wide.
Yep. It's like we've seen before. 3 wide off the corner, not always going to work.
Nope. 46.
Just ran out of room again. Looked like the 46 came down and got him just a little bit. I'm not sure if the 46 might have gotten a little bit loose there coming off the corner.
I was still watching the replay. Yeah, 46 definitely came down. Who had no place to go. He had the 46 had the 20 to his outside. Probably didn't realize how far away he was, maybe.
That's very possible, because with as wide as turns 1 and 2 are here, it's difficult to judge, how close you are to the guy until you're coming off that corner. Because that's when everything kind of funnels back together off the corner there. And so it might have caught him by surprise a little bit. He went a little bit to the left to keep off of the 20, and unfortunately the 2 was there. So with that caution, that's going to do it for stage 2, I do believe.
Yes, and that's going to put Watchhorn as your stage winner. I'll see if I can find him. I think this might be a newer guy.
I do believe so.
See if I can find him anywhere on Discord. Here he is. Hey, Watchhorns, John up in the booth. You got us.
Got a copy.
Hey, congratulations on your stage win. Hard-fought battle between you and the 54 and the 18 early on.
Yeah, definitely a hard-fought battle. Did everything I could to keep my car clean, and kind of actually been doing catch-up the whole early run. I got spun on lap 1, so I've been trying to, get back in it.
Yeah, and unfortunately I wasn't live yet due to getting home late from shopping, but I heard about it, and it's good to see you back up here.
Yes, sir. I'm hopefully I'll just stay out of trouble. Run it clean to the end, and see if we can get our first win and first debut into the league, guys. So that's what we're looking for.
The 54 and 18, they're going to take the wave around here, and they're going to start in the back. That's going to help you out a little bit, as you don't have to contend with these two guys right away.
Yeah, well, I still got Zach up here. I got Nick and Riley. They're pretty good fast guys too. I just got to keep it clean and stay out of trouble, and hopefully everything goes well, and we can get that W like I was talking about earlier.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, you heard it there from a stage 2 winner. He's going to try to keep it clean and try to get his first win in the debut of the league for him. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't, but when you come out and...
He came out swinging.
Yeah, he definitely came out swinging. Fastest in practice, qualified on pole. Had to play catch up a bit, but he made his way back to the front. Now we're going to see if these other guys can keep up.
I don't know if the 18... Yes, okay, the 18 and 54 are laps down. I had to double check that. Sometimes, depending on where the caution was thrown and where they were on the racetrack, sometimes it could be on the lead lap yet. But yeah, they are taking the wave around here, as I mentioned earlier.
Yep, this will put them back on the lead lap. But they're going to have a lot of cars to contend with to get back to where they were.
Yeah, it's a good sized field tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing about this league is they've had a very good car count every week.
Yes, that's one thing I'm thankful for about doing this league, because it's always 20 plus cars, easily.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of times when you get a lot of cars like that, the one thing you got to worry about is, these races becoming wreckfest. But thankfully, we don't have that because we've got a lot of good quality drivers here.
I think the couple races early on in the season, there was a few like earlier in the races, but they got it figured out. These guys, these guys got used to racing around each other, and they got more comfortable. And
that's the big thing.
Yes.
Is just getting comfortable racing around each other.
It's great to see that. And pace car is off. 91's
The 91 is off. He's off in the next zip code already.
I tell you, it looks nice. You know, most of it's single file, but you got a few battles going back on.
We do. Look back about 7th, 8th place. 8709 side by side off the corner.
Bond's looking to make a move in the 87. 87 was involved in a wreck earlier.
Yes, he was, but he's starting to. He's rebounding quite nicely too. He's back up in the top 10.
Yeah, he must have used a quick repair, got his car fixed, and meanwhile the 25 hooks it sideways. He's gonna lock it up, lock his. Oh, he made contact. Yep.
Okay, quickly tell me what you think you had there.
Oh, that's ugly.
He locked his brakes up in the middle of the track. It looks like, and tried to lock it down.
I want to figure out how that all started.
I'm beginning to wonder if that was the 10 that may have made contact.
10 might have dove it in there a little bit. I don't think the 25 was quite ready for it.
Riding on board with the 10. I believe there was contact. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, there was definitely a contact. So, Hoots had a little bit of help there.
Yeah, and then guys going to avoid him, and we had more issues. Looked like the 53. The 53 was the first one to make contact with the 25. And then he went spinning. 80 got collected with him. And then the 80 went up and collected the 20, I do believe. And then the 20 went for a heck of a ride.
But I didn't see too much damage on the replay for some of those guys. Some of those guys got pretty lucky by not making it more of a bigger wreck than it actually was.
Oh, I know it. Considering all that was going on there, for it to only be, 4 cars? That's pretty fortunate for a lot of guys. And unfortunately, I do believe this is going to do it for Nick Compton tonight. I think he's had enough.
Yeah, it's showing him out of the race now.
One too many wild rides tonight, I guess.
Gonna leave 22 cars on the lead lap. 21 cars. Anderson's also a lap down, so. If you are just joining us, we are in our third stage here. About a handful of cautions already. The 91 and the 81 are your top two.
A lot of good action so far this race. Unfortunately, a lot of close racing sometimes leads to cautions, but Other than a couple minor issues of contact, I thought it's been a very entertaining race.
It definitely has the feel good to it. You know, some races aren't as good in other leagues. This here, I'm actually enjoying it. It's been good so far.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm impressed that with the amount of close racing we've seen, I'm impressed that there honestly hasn't been more cautions. Because, like I said at the start here, this is not exactly an easy track to get around and be fast.
No, and it's so easy to take down that outside wall on the backstretch, especially when your car gets tight. You want to stay in the throttle, but you can't because your car ain't turning.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we've seen a lot of issues off of turn 2 here this race. It is so easy to overdrive the exit of that corner because that turns 1 and 2 are so long. It seems like
Yeah,
with not having that banking, it's just you're waiting and waiting and waiting for that end of that corner to come, and then you sometimes start overdriving it on exit, and then you got to get out of the gas, and then that's when things happen.
t-
But for the most part, I thought it's been fun.
I think my favorite mile and a half tracks are this one and Kentucky Speedway because in Kentucky Speedway you really got to back up turn 3 to make that turn.
Oh, definitely. Kentucky is actually just like Texas, except 3 and 4 is flatter than 1 and 2, whereas here it's the other way around. Oh, check up on the restart
Green
here.
flag.
Compton wasn't ready and that inside line checks up. That's gonna a tense fight for second place there, and Compton's gonna fight back as they go door to door in turns 3 and 4. Nicky in that 22 machine, he's been up here in the top 5 most of the night. He's been kind of quiet and seeing what's going to happen with these leaders in front of him.
That's kind of surprising. We have not mentioned Nick Alford a whole lot tonight.
He's a guy that's waiting to get his breakthrough win, as he's had a lot of bad luck. He's had bad luck at Richmond and a few other racetracks where he's led laps and was in contention to win races, but it just didn't go his way.
Yeah, he's had a lot of good speed, but just can't quite close the deal. And most of it's been through no fault of his own either.
No, it's just bad luck on his end.
But
You know
that's
what they
why we
say?
race.
Yep. Some people say if you don't have bad luck, you would have no luck at all.
Oh, that's me.
Brian Clark looks like he's trying to make a move to Fallen on that inside. 87, he's looking to the outside of Clark.
I think that outside lane works pretty well in 3 and 4, it looks like.
Yeah, I think in 3 and 4 it ain't too bad. It's more doable than it is down in ones and 2.
I would agree. 87 definitely made it work there as he got around the 31. And behind them, we have a...
We got a
Corner.
car
We
going
got a-
around. Yep, that's Collins involved.
Caution.
Hoots is involved.
Give me your temps there, bud.
That was not pretty. I saw that one starting to form.
Yeah, it looks like
Like that started with the 54 and 71, I do believe.
yeah, I'm just trying to pick them back up on the.
Oh my.
definitely contact. 71 goes out the front end of the 54. Hoots
Yep,
had no
and
place to go.
that's 2 hard crashes now for Hoots.
He may be done if for tonight if he already used his fast repair.
I'm not sure if he has or not.
One he's also on pit road, and we saw him up in the mix early on. He was inside the top 5. Mm.
One thing I've noticed tonight, we've talked about a lot of this close racing. One thing I do know, if something goes wrong, there's gonna be a lot of cars involved. We've seen that multiple times tonight now.
Well, I can say Collins has used his repair. It looks like his car's back to brand new, so he's still in contention.
Yeah, the one I'm concerned about is the 25 of Hoots.
Yeah, Hoots is still on pit road. I'm gonna guess that he'll probably get all his damage fixed, and he may even just run laps, just to get as many points as he can tonight.
Yeah, judging by how hard he hit the outside wall there, he might be there a while.
20 car, he's also still on pit road. I think he was involved in one of those earlier incidents.
One thing, there's been a lot of action and unfortunately, a lot of bent sheet metal so far this race, and there's still over 60 laps to go yet.
Checkered is scheduled to fall up 160. I am a bit surprised though that the 18 hasn't made up more ground than he has. He's trying to get his way back in the top 5.
He'll get up there.
Oh yeah, as you mentioned, we got over 60 laps left.
He's got a fast car. He might just be playing it patient for now. He's trying to keep his nose clean, be around at the end. Because if you're not around at the end, what good is it going to do you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He knows he's got a fast car, so might as well take care of it now. I still think the best way to take care of it, be out front like this 91 is.
Lights are off on the pace car. Double file. Getting ready for this restart here.
Yep. I just got word that 25 has called it a night.
So Hoots has decided to retire for tonight.
Had a good run early, but a couple of very unfortunate incidents. Race car is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Battle for second, 10 and 81. Looks like 10's possibly going to take that position away.
I believe he is. I think.
Compton's fighting back hard on that outside.
Another guy we have not mentioned much tonight. Sitting there in fourth at 95.
He's making a run. He's going to the inside of Compton, so he's going to take third position away.
He's looking for more.
He's got a run. He's going down the back stretch. He's looking high, and he's going to tuck back in line.
And we have a hornet's nest behind them.
Teammates battling out. 09 and 22.
31 almost got the wall, it looked like.
Don't look now, but there's 18 and a 54. The 18, he's going to go down on the inside of the 28. And Parker is going to follow the 18. 18's got the momentum. He's all over the back bumper. Keeps falling here.
Yes. Tolman's making a hole. Collins is following him through. They got places to be.
It's just like letting your fullback do all the dirty work and you take credit for it. You make the holes and I'll score the touchdowns. How about that? That's what it seems like here.
Considering all the touchdowns Collins has scored this year. These other guys might be getting a little tired of it, saying, hey, I want one too.
He's now looking to the inside of the 09 car.
Looks like in front of them we got a little battle for fourth place, I do believe. 87 got around the 95.
87, he's going to appear for third place now. He was involved in one of those early incidents, and he's back up here inside the top 5.
He's looking strong now.
See on the screen there, the 18, he gets around the 95 easily as they go down the backstretch.
Yeah, that 18 is definitely on a mission. He's even gapped the 50. He's even gapped the 54 now, and those two were making good time through the field.
But how hard is the 18 pushing? That's another thing for me. These guys only get 5 sets of tires.
Oh, you know the 18's pushing hard.
And that could backfire in the long run if this thing stays green till the end.
That's very true. We have not seen too many long runs this race, so be curious to see how running hard like this is going to affect him over the long run.
He's taking a position away for third place, and meanwhile, we got 3 wide back there. That was the 54 and then 87 go around the 95.
That 95 fired off really good, but starting to slow down a little bit.
18's got to run. He's going around the 10 car for second place up here.
Ooh, I think we might have had a little contact with the 54 and 95. If not, it was awful close.
Well, we got a Hornets midway to the back. Nicking at 22. He's dropped. He's lost several positions since the restart.
A little bit surprising. A lot of these guys running a lot of different lines through 1 and 2. Some guys glued to the bottom, other guys running a good 2/3 of the way up the racetrack. And they come right back together off the corner.
Sir, and while all that was happening, we got a new leader. The 18 car takes the lead away of from the 91 car.
I'm wondering if, after he took that wave around a couple cautions ago, I wonder if that next caution he didn't come down and put new tires on. Because that car is just smoking fast right now.
I'm starting to wonder if him and Parker may have done the same strategy, because Parker's actually starting to...
That's what I'm thinking
On
too,
the
because
move.
Parker's made his way up to what, 3rd now?
Yeah, he's sitting in 3rd place. Parker is the 54 car. They was battling out. These top 3 were battling out there in stage 2.
Yeah, just watching that 54 get down into turn 1, he was able to carry it a lot deeper into the corner than what the 91 was. So I'm starting to wonder if he doesn't have fresher tires.
I believe he does. The 54 is looking to the inside of the 91.
That 91's holding strong though.
Now, we saw this earlier, but with different cars, but Parker was on the outside. And now he's on the inside here of the 91.
Oh, he's not gonna make that mistake twice of getting caught side by side.
No, and he gets around the 91 in a hurry, and he's going to see if he go chase down the 18.
Meanwhile, another guy we have not talked about at all tonight would be the 42. Yet here he is. He just worked his way up to the top 5, looking for 4th.
Yeah, the 42 has actually been quiet for most of the season as he's taken a position away from 4th place. He's been quiet most of the season. We really haven't had to announce his name hardly at all.
He needed a good run like this tonight.
Still side by side there for 4th place. I thought he was going to take that position away, but the 10's kind of fighting back harder than I thought he was going to.
We're going to see what happens down here in 1 and 2. Think the 42's got him.
Yeah, Bledsoe, he's going to clear him here and get that 4th spot away. So here's your top 3. They separated themselves. Parker actually has a little bit of run going down the... 18's slow. 18 is really slow going down the backstretch. He is losing positions. The 54 went around. The 91's going around. The 42, he's on the apron.
Well, if my math is correct, this might be right on the edge of the fuel window to make it from here.
And that is what they are doing. Compton is also in for service. So we have started the cycle of green flag pit stops here. I think the 18 is out of gas. He is out of gas, Matt. He is shaking his car.
Yeah, I think he is out of gas. You saw him slow big time off turn 2, and that thing is just coasting to his pit stall. I think he's out of gas.
Yeah, because we saw Compton go around, pass him on the pit road here. And
that would explain why he was on the apron going into turn 3 if he was. Because normally coming to pit road there, you'd like to at least get to the middle of 3 and 4 before you hit the apron.
He is not yet to his pit box.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
He finally made it in, and he's gonna go laps down here as we are under green flag pit stops.
That one's really gonna hurt because he's definitely one of the fastest cars here.
So what of a change of events as the 18 runs out of fuel, and that's going to hand the lead over to Parker Collins. So when does everybody else come, I wonder?
I would think they'd have to be coming here in the next 5 laps or so.
Oh, I agree, because you don't want to take a chance of running out of fuel.
No, wait. Let me rethink this. I believe they pitted around lap 95. So I would think they could be able to go another 10 laps or so.
Yeah, because you don't want to pit too soon here.
You don't want to pit too soon here just in case there's a caution like we saw earlier this race.
Yes, and you also don't want to pit too late compared to leaders, because those guys on fresher tires, they can make up all kinds of ground on you. But if you pit later in the run, also you have a fresher tire toward the end of the run. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Do you want fresh tires at the beginning of the run, or do you want to save them for the later in the run?
It's the $1 million question.
I'm with you. I think these guys will be coming on the pit road, the rest of the leaders, in the next 10 laps or so. I don't look for them to
I
stay
would
them
like
out.
to think so.
I don't look forward to seeing them staying out much longer.
Yeah, this field seems pretty spread out right now, so I don't think there'd be too much concern about yellow flying.
Speaking of the leaders, here they come. They're on pit road now, the 54.91. Who can get a clean stop? Who cannot make mistakes? 54 is in his pit box, so is the 91. 4 fresh tires all the way around for these guys, I'm assuming.
Oh, definitely. Tires are starting to fall off a good bit, so it's definitely going to be 4.
54 is away. 91 is going to spin his tires a little bit. I think the 54 kind of opened up his gap here a little bit over the 91.
I believe he did. Question now becomes, where do they cycle out?
Well, we know the 81 of Zachary Compton. He came in with Hoot. Not Hoots, but the 18. So,
Yep. And the 81 is just in front of the 91 right now. So you see, he was able to leapfrog him by short pitting and getting those fresh tires early. But
yeah.
the problem with that is your tires are going to be worn when the
Yeah.
other guys have fresh tires, and that's what we're seeing here because the 91 gets right by him.
And that's what we go back to, is pitting too early.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be the end result for Compton in the 81 car. He pitted a little bit too early than these guys, and he had fresher tires, but then the 91 and the 54, they stayed out later in the run. Collins now has almost a 1 second gap over Watchhorn there in second.
Yep, I'm seeing more pit stop cycle through. I seen the 31 coming off pit road.
So green flag stops continue. 73 gets really high here off turns 2.
He's coming to pit road here.
I
Right now.
believe, yep. I believe he is 2, possibly. Yeah, here he comes.
Yep, he is listed as the race leader right now. Gonna cycle the lead right back to the 54 of Collins.
Yeah, which the green flag cycle comes to halt here. Parker Collins will be your race leader.
Collins, then Watchhorn, then Compton. And then I believe 95 would be fourth.
Yeah, the 95 would be 4th.
He's under pressure from the 42 now.
That's Bledsoe there in the 42 car.
42 has come alive late in this race. He's going to take over that fourth spot. He'll probably have third by the end of this race.
I want to say, Matt, that he may be a newer driver. I don't think he raced last week, but
I
could be
remember
wrong.
seeing him at Bristol.
Okay.
For unfortunate reasons, I remember seeing him, but Bristol's gonna Bristol, so.
Here's the 18. He's 2 laps down, so he needs a couple cautions to get back into this thing.
Yes.
You know who has not pitted yet, Matt? That'd be Reed and Raposa. They are still out on the racetrack running 1-2. Collins is finally taking the lead over. He's about to, Reed's still out in the lead.
That can't be right.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Collins should be in the lead.
Collins is
Yeah.
leading, but he's under heavy fire. Watchhorn is there.
That's a great battle between these two. These two been at it all night.
Yeah, they started this fight on lap 1.
Unfortunately, we weren't live at the time. But 54 hooked the 91 on lap 1. So earlier, Matt, you was mentioning about payback. Do you do it now if you're the 91?
I don't think he'll pay him back.
No, I don't either. But surprises, they can happen.
Yep. I was just giving you something to think about.
Uh-huh.
I didn't ever think it was gonna happen. These guys got too much respect. Traffic might play a little bit of a factor off turn 2 here.
Collins is going to go to the inside of Anderson here. Anderson is going to move up the racetrack and let these two have at it.
I would have done the same thing. I mean, it appears Anderson just doesn't quite have the pace for. Well, there's not many guys that have the pace for these top two, right? So might as well just let them go, keep yourself out of trouble, and finish this thing out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You don't want to do anything wrong to cause a wreck and take both of these cars out to have a contention for the race win tonight.
And not only that, but to take yourself out as well.
Top two still run 1-2. They're pretty close to one another, really. The 91. He's just kind of playing it smart, I feel like. Maybe waiting for the last lap opportunity to pass, maybe.
It's possible. He might be running it just hard enough to where that 54 is going to stay honest and hope that he might make a mistake here. Or maybe just burn his stuff up by keeping that pressure on him.
Well, we saw that 54 come off pit road with a huge lead. And now the 91 has ran him back down.
Yeah, you just got to ask yourself at this point, how much abuse did he put on them tires trying to run the leader down? And if that might come back to haunt him this last 20 laps. So far, he's holding steady.
Seems like him and Parker are running very, very similar lines.
I would definitely agree. Seems like they're both wrapped right around the bottom at both ends of the track. Right? You said they were running identical lines. They're also running identical lap times. Last lap by. Both drivers ran a 30.655.
Well, we talked about Parker. He's won 3 races so far this season. He may have met his match that can stand toe-to-toe with him.
It's definitely looking that way.
Not bashing the other guys or anything. But it definitely looks like the 91 has definitely came into this league and came out swinging, and he's going to try to take down the dominating guys so far this season.
Yeah, there's definitely been 3 guys that were class of the field tonight. That was the 54, the 91, and the 18. Unfortunate what happened to the 18 there with the fuel issue, but these other 2 are still going to put on a good show for us. So it appears we got a little bit of lap traffic again with the 73.
14 laps remain in this race. 73, he's going to move way out of the racing surface to let these 2 go on by.
95 there, I believe, is just coming off the road again.
95, he was up here inside the top 5 earlier, making some noise, and looks like he may fall to a victim of going a lap down.
I think he'll be okay because, like I said, I believe he just came out of the pit, so he should have fresh tires and he should pull away from these guys.
Yeah, he should, especially if he has fresh tires. I'd say he will pull away.
Oh, here we go.
Seems like this battle is heating up as we got 13 laps remain, 12 laps
Yeah.
remain.
Yeah, the 54 caught the 21 off the corner in a bad spot, lost his momentum, and the 91 gonna try and pounce.
It's gonna open up the door to the 91, and he's looking to the inside of the 54. Parker's fighting back.
Oh, we've seen this movie before. 54 is definitely, he's not going to give up easily.
We got 11 laps left.
Oh, man.
That was close as
Oh, it's still close.
door to door as they go down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Parker does not want to give it up as he's going to take the...
He's pinching him down hard off the corner.
I believe Parker led that lap. We got 10 laps left in tonight's race. Thank you all for the guys who are joining in on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, if you're still watching this, you're in for a treat.
54-91 battling out for the top spot.
Oh, I think he's cleared him.
He cleared him, yes. But what can the 54 of Collins do to get the top spot back?
I'm not sure there's much he can do because we've seen this movie before. He runs that outside line to try and hold the lead, and that just cooks the right side tires. Yeah, as you can see, 91's already getting a little bit of a gap here.
Yes.
I think the 54 just used up his stuff.
And what all started all that was the 21 car. The 54 had a little bit of trouble getting around him. Caught him off the corner at a bad time and lost all kinds of position.
A lot of times, that's all it takes. Is just, and it's not like the 21 did anything wrong either. It's like he's just running his race. You just catch him at a bad time. Can't quite use all the track off the corner, lose your momentum, and might end up losing the race because of it. Just unfortunate part of racing. But he's still got some fight left.
Yeah, he's making a little bit of ground back there on the 91. He's closing in a little by little there, it looks like.
I wonder if he didn't just fall in line behind him to try and cool those right side tires down.
And it's possible. As they come to the line, there's
6 laps to go.
6 laps left in tonight's race.
Oh yeah, this battle's not over yet.
Nope, the 54 is all over the back bumper of the 91.
Oh, he washed up a little bit off turn 2. That's going to hurt his momentum just a little bit.
See what he can do down in turns 3 and 4. So they're both hugging that white line. As you mentioned, Matt, a few laps ago, they was running identical lap times, so there's no separation between these two if they're doing that, and there's no gaining track time either.
No, there's not. It's going to be tough to get back around him if you're not significantly faster than him.
You can see this time Collins stays up just a little bit higher up in turn 3 and 4, and that's the 91's starting to separate himself a little bit now.
Yep, I think the 54 made one last push at him, but I just don't think he's quite got the tire left. starting to wash up just a little bit off the corners. He gave it a very valiant effort, but I think his best friend's going to be a caution right now.
I agree.
But there is a couple lap cars up a little ways ahead of these guys.
Yeah, we got 3 laps left in tonight's race. I don't think those 2 lap cars will. I don't think these leaders will catch those 2 cars in time. But I've been wrong before.
Yeah, I don't think they'll play too much of a factor here.
Well, what a battle it was between the top 2.
Oh, those two put on a heck of a show. And it's not over yet.
2 laps remain. The 54 is actually closing back in.
It's like I said, it's not over yet.
And the 28 is also there, so I think he'll play it smart and just pull on over. He ain't going to interfere with these 2, I don't think.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my, he actually is taking the line away. No, they
Here
go to
we
the
go.
inside.
White flag.
Last lap.
All 54 sent it in there.
Yeah, 54 is losing all kinds of momentum as they go down the back starts. The 91 really opened up his gap here. 54 has one final chance, but he is not going to be close enough, I don't think, to.
No, I don't think he's going to be close enough. Put on a heck of a show, though, but in the end, fastest guy here. Going to go ahead and get that checkered flag.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Welcome to the league and your first win of the season, your first win for this league. First time for everything tonight. The 91 gets it done.
He definitely had to work for it. That was a heck of a battle. Big props to both them guys. They raced each other really, really hard and really, really clean.
What a great show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go ahead and bring the 91 into the broadcast booth and hear what he had to say. Hey Wentworth, it's John up in the booth. You got us?
What's up, guys?
Hey, congratulations. First time winner tonight, first time in the league. How does it feel?
Man, it's a good start. You know, good start. Shows that we have some speed, some talent up there, and showing these guys that, you know what, we're here to have some fun and try to win the race. You know.
I tell you, Parker Collins, he's a great driver. He's won 3 races so far, and you went toe-to-toe with him tonight. And we haven't really seen that so far this season. Other guys going toe-to-toe with him at other tracks, but tonight you done it. It was a great battle between you, the 54, and the 18. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks guys so much. I just want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors, Twiggy, Watch Innovations Group, Blue Ridge Auto Group, CMS, and of course Futuristic Studios. Couldn't do it without them. They're really good, but part of my team, and you know, showing off my guys. And want to definitely make a shout out to my new team members, HT Gaming, Derek and all of them, and you know, David came in fourth, so that's a good show for all of HT Gaming across the board, man. It was a great race.
All right, well, congratulations once again, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, guys.
We are going to go ahead and bring in Collins, if I can find him on Discord. It's always trouble finding some of these guys because I don't have like their team names down just yet, but I'm getting there.
Well, I would think you'd have Collins memorized pretty well, considering we've talked to him quite a bit.
Oh, I do. I could bring him in now as we speak. Collins, it's John Matt up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. This is a good battle between you and the 91 and 18 all night tonight. Seems like you caught the 21 there off the corner at the wrong time and kind of lost you a little bit of track time.
Yeah, really just got screwed over there by a couple of lap cars when I had the lead, and then they're on the last lap. Or else I think would have had a good shot at the win. Yeah, just unfortunate. Had a fast car all night and just had some bad luck and just some bad driving on my part. But it was a lot of fun. 91, he did a heck of a job catching up after that pit stop, and had a good battle there side by side for a couple laps, and then he just got a little bit lucky with the lap cars. But that's the name of the game with this package and everything. But overall, it was a fun and clean race. I had a lot of fun racing him.
Yeah, you guys put on a heck of a clinic. The 18 actually ran out of gas, so he wasn't in no. You two didn't have to worry about him after he ran out of gas earlier. So hats off to you guys for putting on one heck of a show. I know you've won 3 races so far this year, and you're just looking for number 4 tonight. And unfortunately, it didn't happen your way.
Yeah, it sucks that it happened the way it did, but he ran a really good race, so he definitely deserved it, and especially after I wanted him on the first lap of the race, which is completely my fault, and I apologize. But yeah, he definitely earned it, and we'll go on next week and try and get our way to victory lane again.
All right, well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, Matt, we got one last guy we got to interview, and that is the 42 car of Alan Bledsoe. Hey, Alan, it's John and Matt up in the booth. You got us.
I got a copy, guys.
Hey, man, we really haven't spoke your name a whole lot, and we saw you made your way up in the top 10 tonight, and actually ended up finishing 3rd. I knew you had a little bit of trouble with that at Bristol a couple weeks ago, as Matt was mentioning your name, so you had a pretty solid night tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Bristol was a rough one. Was running 3rd when I got involved in my first wreck, and it just kind of went downhill from there. But here, I had a really bad qualifying lap. I basically was ready to just run the high side for the first lap, because the second lap is the one that matters. And I took my second lap, and I just overdrove the center of turns 1 and 2, and it didn't hook up the way I wanted it to, and just creamed the wall. It was a hard hit. So ended up starting 22nd, and I was like, I'm going to ask for an EOL because I don't like where this is starting, and just had to work my way up slowly but surely, just trying to be patient all race. And ultimately, there in that last restart, I knew that it was going to come down to the end, so I pushed it pretty hard. Got around some fast guys, and all of a sudden, I found myself right behind the leaders, and 18 ran out of gas. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, just really, really solid race. Something I really needed. I've missed Talladega. Didn't get through Bristol all the way, and yeah, really happy with the 3rd place finish.
Do you think if you had a late caution there, you would have had something for the top 2?
Absolutely. I mean, I was on old tires. I knew I had the fastest car. Just had to get to that point. And if we had a caution, I knew we were all out of tires. I definitely would have had something for them. But just having that issue, or actually, I had a slow pit road entry, and that's pretty much what cost me those extra few seconds. And 5.5 seconds back, 21 didn't help me at all. He was blocking down the front stretch, and or actually all the way around the racetrack while I was stuck behind him trying to lap him, and Just lost about half a second on that. So there was just a lot of issues throughout that last green flag run, but I'm still happy with a third place finish. Definitely had one of the fastest cars on the track.
Yeah, it was good to see you move your way through the field and everything. So hats off to you. It was a nice points race for you tonight, since Bristol didn't go your way a couple of weeks ago and you missed Talladega last week. So good job overall.
Well, I appreciate it, guys.
All right, we'll see you next week, next
Hey,
Friday night. Yes.
Before you guys go, I wanna give a couple thank yous. Thank you to my dad. He watches every single race I run. My biggest fan, and thank you to the league for having me, and you guys for broadcasting as always.
All right. Well, thank you for putting on a good show and joining this league. I think it's always good to have 20 plus cars, clean racing. Me and Matt was talking about earlier tonight in the show. So all of you guys put on one heck of a show. So good luck to you going forward.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, sorry guys. One other thing, Riley, my teammate. Dang, he had a fast car all race long, and just unfortunate for him to end up back there.
Yeah, he got caught up in a couple wrecks.
Mm-hmm.
Things just didn't go his way tonight, but that's part of racing.
For sure. Better luck next week, right?
That's all right. Well, good luck going forward, bud.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Next week, gotta check the schedule, but we'll be back next Friday night to catch up on the action. Go to Lightning Speed TV on Facebook or on YouTube. What do you think, Matt?
That was a very, very entertaining race. It started out, 91 versus 54, and it ended up 91 versus 54, just like we expected it would. A lot of good action throughout the race tonight, and I was glad. I was glad I got to be a part of watching. These guys put on a heck of a show.
Yes, I do want to apologize once again, guys, for coming on a little bit later than I normally do. Once again, I was out Black Friday Christmas shopping for the family, so I do apologize about that. But at least you guys didn't get to miss the whole entire race, and turns out you guys got to see a pretty darn good race tonight.
I agree. It's like I always say, better late than never.
All right, well, we'll see you guys here next Friday night.